So now we're at episode 5, live questions and answers. So episode 5, live questions and answers. And I've got some real comical ones that have gone down, and I'm sure you'll have a few that have popped up as well. So I'm going to first start while Marie looks through those questions. I got one comment. Did Marie get a horrible deal and pay over MSRP? So someone new to the channel actually wrote, I'm sure you charged that poor girl way over MSRP and gave her a horrible deal and ripped her off on the accessories. You feel pretty ripped off on the accessories? You know, you're gonna end up paying...
Would I have a smile like that if it happened? No, I have a good deal. MSRP is a good deal, like you said at the beginning of the show. So yeah, if I want to sell it now, I will make cash.
I think you would have been happy paying MSRP for your Maverick.
I wouldn't be.
You would have.
You would have.
You know, your window sticker is what, 37,000?
Yeah.
37,655 Canadian. And if Marie would have paid MSRP, still a great deal because she could turn around and sell it for $43,000.
For me, MSRP is just normal. If you pay over, then it's not funny. But at MSRP, I won't complain.
If in regards to depreciation, if it's hunky-dory and it doesn't depreciate, MSRP can be a good deal. And Tesla, it's funny, Tesla's always at, you could say, MSRP. Everyone gets the same price. Even no matter how badly you treat the dealership or how well you treat the dealership, you're gonna get the same price. And someone, of course, a Tesla lover, and that's okay. They're good. They're very interesting vehicles, and they have a lot of positive points to them. But someone wrote, why would anyone ever buy an EV from a gas company? I think they're thinking someone who would buy an EV from a gas company is a bit slow. And I don't agree with that. I don't think Tesla is the only one that makes a good EV. And, you know, Teslas, you know, sometimes the paint comes off of them. Sometimes they're not assembled as well. They've gotten a lot better, but no one makes a perfect product. Pros and cons, but you know, we were talking earlier, F-150 Lightning guy had someone I know had one of the earlier ones, and he got offered an extra $50,000 for it. He paid MSRP, so I don't think, you know, I think we need to ideally go to a future where everyone gets the same deal. And if you know, if we need to do it so that everyone pays MSRP minus $2,000 as a compromise, then let's just do it that it's MSRP minus $3,000.
Will be easier.
But for everyone.
Will be like shopping at Walmart, for example. Any store.
Imagine if you had to go to Walmart and negotiate.
Yeah, you don't negotiate
for hours
anywhere.
Just to get an okay price. Yeah. No.
And it's easier. You lose less time as a customer. You don't have to go everywhere, talk for an hour or two to deal. Yeah. Maybe it's the future. Just buy at the price.
I think it's gonna take away a very nasty and annoying aspect of car shopping, which is either wondering, did I get a good deal, or, you know, going through all sorts of dealers for all the different models you might like, and then finally deciding on the model, and then going through all sorts of dealers again for that model to finally get to the point where the dealer, you've spent so much time at the dealer that maybe they just don't want to see you anymore. And then you're like, why do I get a horrible service? I'm a great client. I'm here all the time. Ooh, well, time is money. And if you're there all the time, if you've been at a dealer before buying, you've spent like 10 hours or 12 hours at a dealer, and then you also want to get the vehicle at the price the dealership paid for it. So essentially they don't make any money. They actually might lose money because of, you know, costs. Well, that doesn't make you you're a great buyer, but you're a horrible client for them. You're a bad customer for them. Anyways, that's a different story. I think everyone should get a fair price. I know for your roll-up cover, it worked out really well. It's going to cost you $200 to $400 to have that roll-up cover in your name if you get another Maverick. Or maybe you'll even just sell it on the internet.
Yeah, and I felt in love with that cover when I saw the Maverick of our friend Russell in Florida last winter. So now I cannot go without it.
Now, that's the thing. That covers question 3 that I had from a user said, it was a comment, left a comment that only incredibly stupid people pay MSRP and idiots pay over MSRP. I'd say we need to all work on not paying over MSRP because we got to get things a little under control. But MSRP is more or less the future for a lot of manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
And 4th question, someone said, Ford doubled the price on my 2022 Escape and when they converted from a 2022 Escape to a 23 Escape. Prices did go up, but remember, they didn't double. But remember, the price went up, but you're getting a new model. So the redesigned model is going to be worth a lot more on trade. And will you get a special rebate? Well, price protection or a special rebate, depending on the model, depends on whether your dealer confirmed your order and enrolled your order. If you're at a manufacturer like GM, you order, too bad, forget the price when you ordered, forget the interest rate. You're definitely not getting that. Either the interest rate will go up likely or the price will go up. And that's just the way it is. So I like that you can lock in price with Ford, but make sure you get the right dealer that knows what they're doing so you don't get a lot of excessive delays because they allow you to throw all sorts of constraints on. And this is something that really frustrated me recently. I was on the phone for 31 minutes with a customer who's still going to keep their order at a dealer that didn't confirm, didn't enroll, and has every single possible constraint on their Maverick order. I spend 31 minutes explaining it all, and they're just like, oh, okay. I guess they're just like, oh, well, it's good to know that I got screwed, and then they didn't order at a dealership that knows what they're doing. So my only conclusion is some people like to get screwed. How else can I put it?
Okay, you're ready for a question now?
I'm ready.
Here,
I'm
from
primed.
The chat. So Mabsim said, what do you think about the 1.5 liter EcoBoost? I have had a 2.0 liter in many Fords, but thinking about the 1.5 in my wife's next Escape.
I love the 2 liter. I really love it. It's got a lot of power. The 1.5, I thought originally, biased thought, and it wasn't like a I'm right type thought. It was just like, I'm worried it's going to be underpowered. And then we tried out the Bronco Sport together. We did a video on it. If you go back way back in our early videos, I concluded that I liked the 1.5 liter. It's more than adequate, and it really reminds me of, let's say, a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder from Toyota. That or a 2.5 liter non-turboed Honda CR-V engine. Or a 2.5 liter Duratec engine from Ford. It's not bad. It's good. It's going to be more reliable than the 1.6 liter. For used vehicles, I wouldn't touch a 1.6 liter. A 1.5 4-cylinder is okay. And I expect the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder to actually be pretty reliable. A lot of it's based on the tech and the sort of like the tech and design of the 1 liter EcoBoost engine, and the 1 liter EcoBoost engine is an award winner. It's an impressive engine. So if you're not looking for a ton of power and you're okay with some power, the 1.5 liter you'll be happy with. Make sure to do an extended test drive. Ask if you say, show up at the dealership, let's say at 4, so you can get your information and really get all the intel you need, so that by 5 p.m. you can say, hey, it's like supper time. Could I just take this home and show my wife? So that way, maybe you've got, you've already had some snacks. So you can actually then go out and drive it for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get a good feel for it, Try to put on, 20, 30 miles on it to really get a good idea. And don't be afraid. The dealers, they exist so you can be more satisfied than if you ordered from the internet. So put that pedal to the metal, test it out. Drive it the way you would normally drive it, but also drive it in a somewhat, you could say like it's an emergency and I have to pass this vehicle situation, so that the day you actually need that extra power or you need the braking, you're not going to be disappointed and say, I bought the wrong vehicle. And drive it, don't just putt around town. Take it on the highway and go a little faster maybe even than you normally would, or unless you already go really fast. But
yeah, just respect the speed limit, by the way.
go a little fast. If you normally go, what I'm going to say, I'm not going to say to do anything illegal, but do what you normally do so that you can know on your normal drive whether you're going to like it or not. I'm going to say I break the speed limit every single day. The speed limit's 100, and I don't do spot on 100. So when I test a vehicle, I need to go the speed I normally go to know, does this sound okay? Now we're getting close to Dave's show. Yeah. Let's take in a few questions and
quick.
Head over to Altering Nation with Dave.
Just Jeff Dysart wants to know any Bronco news today for us.
The Bronco news was just mostly, it's not news. A lot of people like Ep.5 already knew that the 2.3 liter is a great engine. And the news is I was wrong, and the 2.3 liter engine is fantastic. To the point where this Everglades is actually available at MSRP at my local dealership. And I can't decide whether I would rather this 2.7 liter Wild Track also available at MSRP or... Oh, no, there's no Mavericks available. No Mavericks available. That's a very smart and intelligent choice.
But we already have one.
And I buy emotionally. I've always bought emotionally. I go with what I love, and it's like, this would be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But if I get that, I have to get rid of the 2022 Mustang GT convertible. The Raptor is gone. That's our personal news. I've sold the Raptor. It cost me $2,000 to run for 5 months. Marie ran it. She was the
I loved it.
Lady in the Raptor, and I guess you loved it.
Yeah, now it's different. With the Maverick, it's slower. Not slower, it's lower.
Oh, it is slower.
Lower.
It's lower and slower.
Yeah, I miss that big monster truck, but it's easier to park in my Maverick, and it's electric.
It's slower. It's lower. But you still love it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. But you love the Raptor too.
Yeah, I love both of them.
I
love Bronco, so I love everything that Ford's does. Yeah.
But so far, the Bronco, what you really loved, its comfort as well as its turning radius and ease to park. You're a little happy lady. You're not all that little. You're actually pretty tall for a lady, but you really liked driving around in the Bronco. You can just whip it on a U-turn in town, so it's all good. It's a great vehicle. So I can't decide whether I'd go with a 2.3 liter, and Ep.5 can send me a personal email saying, I told you so, and that's cool. You go for it, buddy. You rub it in. I deserve it. Or a 2.7 liter Wild Track. And yes, these are two hardtops that are available. The people that ordered them felt they waited too long, and now they've moved on to different pastures. Not greener. Someone in the community just recently was saying, I got tired of waiting and I got a Canyon, and that's way better. And I'm going to say I really like the Canyon, the Colorado AT4, all the AT4 models in their trucks, GM, I like. But price-wise, Maverick or Canyon, I think I'll take a Maverick. And if I'm going to go up to Canyon AT4 price, I'm going to feel silly that I didn't get a Bronco. Now, Tim, was it Tim's comment you want to pull out, or?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't on the
one. Oh, that's okay.
One last question to finish before Dave's show.
Yes.
And the other question, we'll maybe keep it for the next live, or you can write it back on the next live if you want. So, Coastal Living said, if you lease a vehicle, can you still put mods on it, such as door speakers, wheels, fog lights, and etc.?
Oh, ask your specific dealer. There are a lot of accessories that you can, obviously, like mud guards, deflectors. That's not a problem, and they're actually usually residualized. If they're Ford accessories, you can put them on. Oh, as a general rule, Ford accessories you can throw on, and you can even residualize them, meaning you pay a percentage. So Maverick residual right now, 53%, 48 months, I believe 48 months. And yeah, 48 months. 16,000 kilometers, so Marie only pays 47% of those parts if she keeps it the full 4 years. And there's some parts you can even take off and keep if the dealer is buying back the vehicle. And if the dealer is buying back the vehicle, it doesn't matter how you modified the vehicle. Mind you, the dealer might not want to buy back the vehicle if you over modified it. paint it pink with a paint roller, and the dealer is just gonna not want that vehicle back, or will offer you such a horrible price that you're like, no, I'll give it back to Ford at the end. But then when you give Ford a vehicle back at the end that wasn't properly modified with their accessories, you could have issues. So, keep the original mags, for example. If you think your vehicle might depreciate to the point that you have to send it back instead of the dealership buying it back, or another option, you buy it back, or you can sell your lease yourself. If you don't think any of those options are going to be available and you're going to be sending it back to Ford, make sure you have the original mags. Ford doesn't want what, you think the mags that you like that have, spiky chromed bullets coming out of it, you think they look really cool. Ford has the attitude of, okay, well, that's your style. We want the vehicle in a manner that appeals to the most people and with its original equipment. So keep your original equipment, folks.
Perfect.
So I think you called it. Dave is on now. Dave from All Terrain Nation, our buddy, and we want to thank Tim Bartz, the legend. Thanks for making it to the show tonight. I'm sorry it popped up on the screen, your comment, but I missed it, so I'm gonna have to scroll back with.
Yeah, he was responding to people. Yeah, because the chat was live at the end of the show.
Well, yeah, it was.
Thank you, Tim, for the help on the chat.
Thank you very much, Tim Bartz. Really appreciate. Sorry, Ford Video Guy. Got to use a secret name, just like I've got my secret name. It's Johnny. Has nothing to do with my real name, of course. And take care, folks.
His name is Bob.
Yeah, really appreciate you guys making it to the live, and really appreciate that so many of you, send us kind messages, great questions, and beyond that, you've also supported. A lot of you support us by hitting the thumbs button, which is really appreciated, and that bell notification to not miss out on future videos. When our regular videos end, if you watch another one of our videos, that's a great way to actually help our channel grow significantly so we can get more community members and more information. And to those of you that have become members, thank you so much for being members of the JCCR community. We do have a live this Friday that will not be at the same time as Tim's, and it'll probably be aiming for about 20 minutes. So you'll just, we'll make sure we don't do that at the same time as Tim. So the time will be released later. Until next time, take care. We wish you all
more cars, more Maverick, and more power.
Take care, folks.